Hello YouTube, this is AlphaPenguinSoldier, and today I thought I'd bring you an updated Darkworld deck profile. I don't have all the cards sadly, so I'm using my phone and recording it off of Dueling Book. I really wanted to show you guys what I got so far. Kind of a neat concept, I guess. I think I talked about it in my other video, I don't know. Anyway, we'll get into it. We have 3 Grapha, 3 Snow, 3 Brow, 2 Beige, 2 Cerulli, we'll get to him in a little bit, 2 Lucient, 1 Gold, 1 Silva, 1 Tour Guide, 1 Maxi. And then for the spells, 3 Darkworld Dealing, 3 Gates, 3 Dragged, 2 Terraforming, 2 Cheerful Coffin, 2 Mask Change to Second, 1 Allure of Darkness, 1 Upstart, 3 Mind Crush, 1 Skill Drain, 2 Darksmog, and 1 Darkworld Brainwashing. I haven't really worked out a side deck for it yet. I'm not really sure what I'm going to put in there, just because a lot of these cards you'll need, like the draw, the field spell. You need a lot of these. You know, you might be able to side this out, or maybe that, or Terraform. I don't know. I haven't really gotten that far into figuring out what to put in the side deck and how to side it out. Yeah. And for the extra deck, I have 2 Felgrand, 1 Aegeon the Sea Castrum, 1 Heraldic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis, 1 Zombie Stein, 1 number 23, we have 1 number 38, 1 number 95, 1 number 84, we have 1 number 77, 1 Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. I threw him in there just because there are occasions where you'll end up having 2 level 4s on the field, and then you can't really do anything. Just kind of in there for the option. We have 2 Darklaw because we do run the 2 Mask Change to Second, 1 Decode Talker, and 1 Proxy Dragon, just for a little bit of link option. I guess I'll talk a little bit about what I try to do with this deck. I run the 2 Cerulli and the 1 Darkworld Brainwashing. The 2 Cerulli, when it's discarded, it'll get special summoned to your opponent's side of the field to discard a card. And that makes you discard a card by your opponent's card effect. It'll trigger off all these other Darkworld effects. And then we have Darkworld Brainwashing, where if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, you can target 1 Darkworld monster on the field, return it to the hand, and then the activated effect becomes of the monster that's activating the effect. Sorry, having a little trouble wording it. Basically, the monster activating the effect becomes discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. Also triggering off any secondary effects you have. I only run it at 1 because if I have any more than that, it's been kind of bricky. It can kind of be a bricky card anyway, but if you need it, you can search it out with Snow, which is really nice. It's a Darkworld card. So if you have a good setup, you can, pitch it, get it, set it up for the next turn. It doesn't negate effects, so that's really handy. I know it's worked really well against like Altergeist and a couple other decks, because it's like, oh, well, you can't negate the activation. I'm not negating the activation. I'm changing the effect entirely. So it's worked out pretty all right at 1. And Cerulli's worked out pretty well at 2. I know I might change the numbers around on some of these. This will stay at 3, this will stay at 3, that'll stay at 3. Those are for sure. The secondary effects on some of these monsters are actually pretty fun. For Grapha, first effect, destroy a card. Second effect, you'll take a random card from your opponent's hand, look at it, and if it's a monster, special summon it to your side of the field. It can be pretty handy to disrupt and also get you a free monster. Snow's secondary effect. First effect, search a Darkworld card. Second effect, special summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard. In defense, face-up defense position. So you can kind of disrupt whatever they're getting in the graveyard. If you know they're gonna need it, it's always handy to rip that out and put it on your side of the field, just so they can't use that. Browse secondary effect, you'll just draw an extra card. I don't really use that one a whole lot, just because I want Snow or Grapha or one of the others. Beige doesn't have a secondary. That's getting all your secondaries. Lucient. If it'll special summon like Beige, and then if it's discarded by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one fiend to either side of the field. So, if you're doing it off a brainwashing, sometimes you'll get a Cerulli, throw it on the other side, then discard a card. Or if you get it discarded by a Cerulli, sometimes you'll get another Cerulli to trigger off a different effect. Although a lot of the times, if I get the secondary effect, I'll just special summon a Grapha from the deck, and then there's a 3k beat stick that they have to get over that recurs. Gold secondary effect, you can target up to 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. It also special summons itself like Beige. Silva secondary effect, first effect Beige, second effect your opponent returns exactly 2 cards from the hand to the bottom of the deck. It's kind of fun. It adds to the disruption of the deck. I might change the numbers around on some of these just to test it out, because that one's kind of fun, honestly. I haven't used it a whole lot just because I have one. Yeah, I have the Cheerful Coffin in here for just discarding monsters. Sometimes you'll get bricky hands in this deck, and it's really nice when you can toss 3 monsters like a Lucient, Silva, or Gold, or Graph, any combination of the 3, maybe Beige. It's nice just to ditch some monsters, get free monsters, you get a Graph on field. Or get a search, a draw, and then a pop, and then maybe special summon. Or if you have this in hand, it's always nice to get that off. I do run Mass Change to second for the Darklaw. Darklaw is still a powerful monster, so sometimes first turn or maybe even later in the game, depends on how things are going, you'll just get a Darklaw out. Sorry. You'll get a Darklaw out, and they don't have a lot to respond to it. A lot of things have to go to the graveyard nowadays. So it's really nice just to make sure your opponent's cards get banished. Yeah, so I think that's just about it. I do use the 2 Terraforming just because of the gates. I do like to get gates to my hand pretty fast, but I don't always like to search it out with Snow, because I like to get that or that. Depends on the situation. I run that in the main deck because I've always run it in the main deck. Skill Drain's always good. Everything goes off in the graveyard. I actually end up drawing this a lot in my opening hand for whatever reason. It shuts down a lot of decks. Darksmog, another discard. It also adds to the whole disruption thing. You'll discard a fiend and banish a card from the graveyard. So it can interrupt. This build is all about the interrupting. A lot of these cards down here, rank 8, they're just for options. There's a couple that go into each other, and some of these bigger ones just so you have a big beat stick. Yeah, so this is what I got so far. I hope you guys liked it. I know I'm going to do a lot more testing here over the next couple weeks. I need to figure out a side deck. If you guys have any recommendations for a side deck or recommendations on the deck, if you liked it, what cards you like, what you don't like, tell me what's up. Because I'm always open for criticism, recommendations, all that fun stuff. Yeah, so I guess like, comment, subscribe. You don't even have to like it. You can thumbs down it if you want. Whatever you want. I I like the feedback. Oh, timed out due to inactivity. That's alright. I'm done with the video. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. This is AlphaPenguinSoldier signing out.